We're really pleased with how the proceeding went, and we really respect Judge Lyman, and we're really looking forward to moving the case along as quickly as possible.
Yes! Well, Justin Baldoni just experienced a new win in court this morning.
We have been obsessed with this case. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
Blake Lively's team just hit a major blow in its legal battle.
We're very happy with that.
Blake Lively's team has been ordered by court to restrict its public statements.
Neither Blake Lively nor Justin Baldoni were here in court today. Temperature in the courtroom got heated. This as the stars themselves wage war in the court of public opinion with viral social media posts. The judge wasn't very happy with either of them. By the end of it, he ordered them to really stop this war in the media, or was threatening to move up the trial. Right now, it's scheduled for March of 2026.
While Justin Baldoni is preparing to defend himself by leaking even more evidence. In shocking text messages newly revealed to the court.
Ryan, will you guys be releasing more documents and text messages?
Wrongfully accused of something, you'd feel pretty devastated. And he's looking for justice.
Lively has contradicted her claims, and a new timeline that bears serious questions as well.
Like everybody was separated.
Something is going on. We need to talk about it.
But the real bombshell, legal analysis of metadata indicates that Lively may have planted his legal complaint in the media weeks before in order to strategically play up the timing of the filing.
We have been obsessed with this case. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
The court has warned both sides to stay silent, but Baldoni isn't backing down. His website, thelawsuitinfo.com, has become a digital war zone, publishing private conversations, production documents, and behind-the-scenes accounts that paint a very different picture of what happened on the set of It Ends With Us. Meanwhile, Lively's camp is scrambling to control the narrative as her credibility comes under fire. With the trial set for 2026, this battle is far from over. But with every new revelation, public opinion is shifting, and Hollywood's biggest power players are taking sides. Is this a case of workplace misconduct or a calculated takedown? Let's break down the latest developments and what they really mean.
We turn now to Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni.
Battle between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively.
It is an increasingly ugly PR battle.
It Ends With Us co-stars legal battle.
He has now entered a courtroom.
Case taking on a life of its own in the court of public opinion, and now the high drama bleeding into the federal courtroom where the judge warned both sides.
This lawsuit just got even messier. The judge has officially told both sides to shut up, slapping a court order on Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's legal teams to stop them from influencing public opinion. But here's the catch. Baldoni already got his side of the story out first.
Justin Baldoni has come with receipts. Lively is finished.
And now, Lively's team is scrambling. Baldoni's website, thelawsuitinfo.com, has been an all-out assault on Lively's claims. He dropped hundreds of text messages, production notes, and even metadata receipts that allegedly prove Lively and Ryan Reynolds were running a calculated smear campaign. One of the most explosive leaks, a text where Lively herself acknowledges production problems, completely contradicting her claim that Baldoni made the set unbearable. And then there's the New York Times bombshell. Baldoni's lawyers say they have digital proof that Lively's complaint was in media hands weeks before she filed it. If that's true, it strengthens Baldoni's case that he was set up for a takedown. Meanwhile, Hollywood is divided. Some say Baldoni's aggressive defense is genius. Others think he's playing with fire, risking a PR disaster by fighting so publicly. But with the trial still a year away, here's the real question. Does Lively try to settle now that she's lost control of the media, or is this fight just getting started? This just went from messy to potential career ending. Justin Baldoni's legal team isn't just fighting back, they're flipping the script. The latest leak from thelawsuitinfo.com includes damning metadata analysis that could blow a hole in Lively's entire narrative. Here's what was uncovered. The New York Times article that first exposed Lively's allegations wasn't just written in response to her lawsuit, it was reportedly prepared and uploaded weeks before she even filed it. That means Lively's team may have been working with the media to control the story before Baldoni ever had a chance to respond. If true, this aligns perfectly with Baldoni's $400 million countersuit.
Actor-director Justin Baldoni is now suing his former co-star Blake Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds, seeking more than $400 million in damages, accusing them of defamation and extortion.
Where he accuses Lively and Ryan Reynolds of orchestrating a pre-planned media attack to ruin his career. And it gets worse. Screenshots of internal emails suggest that Lively and Reynolds were pressuring Baldoni's team to take the blame for the film's negative PR months before she ever went public. In one leaked message, Lively's camp allegedly demanded demanded that Baldoni release a vague apology statement, owning up to the troubled production. But Baldoni's team refused, saying they wouldn't take responsibility for something they didn't do. Now, that refusal is looking more like a turning point because shortly after, Lively's complaint was filed. Hollywood is already turning against Lively. Insiders are questioning why she's fighting for a gag order instead of addressing these leaks head-on. Meanwhile, Baldoni's camp is doubling down, promising even more receipts in the coming weeks. So what's next? Lively's team has two choices. Either fight this battle in court or try to negotiate a settlement before more damaging evidence surfaces. But with Baldoni fully committed to exposing everything, one thing is clear: this war is far from over. This case just took a devastating turn for Blake Lively. The leaks keep coming, and the latest batch of evidence could shatter her credibility. Justin Baldoni's legal team just dropped screenshots, emails, and internal documents that directly contradict key parts of Lively's claims. And if this goes to trial, these receipts could end her case. One of the biggest bombshells: Lively allegedly refused to file an official HR complaint when given the chance. In her lawsuit, she paints a picture of being trapped in a toxic work environment, but newly released emails suggest that when Sony executives explicitly asked if she wanted to file a formal complaint, she said no. If that's true, why is she now claiming she was ignored? Then there's the intimacy coordination scandal. Lively accused Baldoni of adding intimate scenes without her approval, but Baldoni's team has emails and production notes proving that not only was Lively aware of the scenes, she was given a full breakdown in advance, including an intimacy coach's notes. If she had issues, why didn't she speak up then? And let's talk about Ryan Reynolds. Leaked texts suggest he was pushing for control over the film's PR strategy, even pressuring Baldoni's team to issue a misleading apology that would protect Lively from backlash. When Baldoni refused, that's exactly when the lawsuit was filed. Coincidence? Lively's team is silent on these leaks, but sources say panic is setting in. Hollywood insiders are already questioning whether she can survive this level of exposure, especially if more damaging receipts drop before trial. At this point, she has a choice: fight this in court and risk her reputation being destroyed, or settle before Baldoni exposes even more. But with his team dropping receipts daily, it might already be too late. This lawsuit just hit DEFCON 1 for Blake Lively. New leaked emails show that her team may have been secretly coordinating with the media while demanding behind the scenes that Baldoni take the fall for It Ends With Us PR disaster. If true, this could turn her lawsuit into one of the biggest Hollywood legal misfires in years. Here's what was just exposed. Emails between Lively's publicist, Leslie Sloan, and top media outlets appear to show discussions about framing the story before the lawsuit was even filed. That lines up perfectly with Baldoni's claim that Lively and Reynolds plotted to control the narrative before he even knew he was being accused of misconduct. If these emails hold up in court, it could prove Lively's lawsuit wasn't just about justice, it was about revenge. Then there's the financial motive. Industry insiders are now speculating that Lively's lawsuit was also designed to protect her brand deals. With a multi-million-dollar portfolio tied to fashion and beauty endorsements, any controversy around It Ends With Us could have major financial consequences. By shifting the blame onto Baldoni, she may have been trying to insulate herself from backlash. And let's talk about the timing. Baldoni's team has provided metadata showing that the New York Times article on Lively's lawsuit was uploaded days before the lawsuit was officially filed. That directly challenges Lively's claim that her legal action was purely reactive. If she was planning the media rollout in advance, it undermines her entire case. Meanwhile, Baldoni's defense strategy is working. By going public first and forcing Lively to play defense, he's put her in a near impossible position. Every day, more leaked texts, emails, and receipts are hitting the internet, making it harder for her team to regain control of the story. Now, with the trial still a year away, Lively faces a massive decision: keep fighting and risk even more exposure, or attempt to settle before her credibility takes another hit. But with Baldoni's team showing no signs of backing down, it may already be too late to put this fire out. And with Hollywood watching closely, one thing is clear: this lawsuit could redefine how celebrity legal battles play out in the age of social media receipts. Look, if you thought this lawsuit couldn't get any juicier, you're in for a wild ride. We're talking private texts, shady emails, and enough behind-the-scenes drama to fill a season of The Bachelor. But here's the real kicker: this case might end up changing Hollywood forever. And no, I'm not talking about a new reality show, though honestly, that'd be amazing. I'm talking about how the entire industry might rethink how it handles disputes. Could this lawsuit kickstart a wave of transparency in film production? Will we see more stars coming out with actual receipts instead of just hoping the gossip columns will do the work for them? If this keeps up, we might be seeing legal transparency as the next big trend in Hollywood. But who are we kidding? This is the place where stars get paid to throw tantrums and fight over petty stuff. So let's see if anyone actually learns anything from this mess. Now, here's where things get extra spicy. Lively's camp is in full damage control mode, trying to stop the leaks from from pouring out faster than a busted water pipe. Meanwhile, Baldoni's playing a game of I'll raise you a text message with a stack of evidence that's only getting higher. And you know what they say? When the leaks keep coming, it's hard to keep your reputation dry. The funniest part? Lively's team is now silenced by the court's gag order, but Baldoni already dropped his explosive evidence, and now it's like trying to put toothpaste back in the tube. So, what's Lively's next move? Does she try to settle and save face? Or does she go full ride or die and keep fighting to the bitter end? Honestly, if this were me, I'd probably grab some popcorn and watch this unfold. And here's the part where we all sit back and go, something doesn't add up. According to Baldoni's team, Lively may have been planning this whole thing before the actual lawsuit even hit. Yep, that's right. Before the lawsuit was filed, the media already had the scoop. It's like when you accidentally spoil the plot of your favorite show to all your friends. Except this time, the whole world is your friend, and the stakes are way higher than your Sunday night binge watch. Metadata suggests that the New York Times piece, which first made waves about Lively's accusations, was written weeks before she even filed her complaint. Coincidence? Probably not. If this holds up in court, it might just prove Baldoni's claim that Lively and Reynolds were out here playing a long game to make sure the media ate up their story first. I mean, it's not the first time Hollywood's been accused of manipulating a narrative, but it's definitely one of the messiest. Here's the deal. While the public's divided on who's right or wrong, there's one thing everyone can agree on. This lawsuit is going to make things very uncomfortable for a lot of people in Hollywood. The leaks are only getting more intense, and the behind-the-scenes drama is practically begging for a reality TV show to be made out of it. Someone call Netflix. In fact, if this whole thing isn't turned into a documentary after the trial, I'll be genuinely shocked. But here's the kicker. Lively's silence is actually doing her more harm than good. The longer she stays quiet, while Baldoni continues to drop bombshell after bombshell, the more it seems like she's scrambling to control a narrative that's already spinning out of control. So, what's she gonna do next? Try to settle and salvage what's left of her reputation? Or double down and hope her fans are still rooting for her? Grab your popcorn, folks. This is about to get real interesting. So, what do you think? Is Blake Lively about to pull off a major comeback, or is she already in damage control mode? Will Justin Baldoni keep hitting back with more receipts? This saga is far from over, and you can bet we'll be here to break it all down as it unfolds. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the latest updates, because trust me, you'll want to see how this all plays out. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Who's got your vote in this celebrity showdown? Let's talk about it.